that if you enter into it slowly and take your time, and the first banger on the list is ticker symbol TSM. What do I mean by ticker symbol? If you open your investing app and type in TSM, you are going to find Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing. This is a company that is behind 60 to 90% of all of the computer chip things that you may be using in your everyday life. Why it's important? Because the world, I'm talking about Google, Amazon, Facebook, Meta, all of the institutions, they're trying to push us towards using artificial intelligence. But remember, that's just a computer at the end of the day, and they are going to need these things called semiconductors, which are like these little metal rails that Taiwan Semi is making and putting in to all of these kind of chips, like the NVIDIA chips or any kind of chip, and they're in the background of it, making sure that these companies have access to the tools that they need to push us to the artificial intelligence. So now, hold up. I know what you're thinking. You're like, yo, Keenan, I ain't seen a bow tie in a minute, and I wanted to bring it back because it reminds me of a good principle. I used to wear the bow ties, and I would make these videos after work most of the time. So then I would wear these because I like to teach the kids by example. I like to show, hey, you got to put your best foot forward. You got to say, hey, I want to be presentable in such a way that I could get and believe that I could become the person that I want to be. So when you see me nowadays, you might not see the bow ties as much, but I'm still teaching by example. How so? By showing you how to invest long term, by showing you how to build a solid foundation in your stock portfolio, by showing you if you are a beginner that you could be a winner and you can make it happen for yourself, understanding the difference between a long-term trade and a short-term trade, understanding how to use a stop loss, understanding that just because you lost in the past, that don't mean you have to lose in the future, how you can evolve and you can change and you can grow, because things that aren't growing are dying or they already dead. So what I want you to do is understand in yourself that you can build your wealth. Let's talk about it, family, and let's teach by example. I'm looking at Taiwan Semi, and I want to show you right here. It's currently $193 a share. Now, it dropped to 133. When I seen it drop to 133, I was thinking to myself, I wonder if people are willing to pick it up down there. Or if they're not willing to pick it up, then where would they buy it at? They might be buying it at 170. I would buy it at 170, but I would much prefer to pick it up low so then I can sell it high. But this is a company that if you enter into it slowly and take your time and get it when it's a good value, then you can actually rock out with this one for the long term. This don't got to be a get in and get out kind of trade. As long as the artificial intelligence boom is still pumping up like it's been, you can see artificial intelligence all around you. YouTube is using it to, when you hear about the algorithm, that's artificial intelligence. When you hear about all of these different things from Amazon and Google and Apple and everything, they all using this artificial intelligence. And Taiwan Semi is kind of like the brain matter behind it all, the physical pieces. So at 171, I think it's cool up here, but you got to understand that the name of the game is to buy these things when you think or even know for good reason that the artificial intelligence boom look like it's slowing down. So let's think about this. The price targets, and always take the price targets with a grain of salt. We got 200, 210, 250, 200, and just 200 flat. Why is it important? The institutions who are looking at it or looking at the fundamentals, they think that it's going to run. Does this mean that it will run? It don't mean that it will definitely run, but it means that this company can be worth this based on all of the metrics that we see going on right now. So let's get into it. What is this company? So when you look at Taiwan Semi, you go to their actual website, they're telling you that they're working on right now something called a nano sheet with a super rail. When I was telling you about the artificial intelligence wave, and I was telling you to think about the computer chip, right? Like up here. If you ever look at one, actually, you'll see that they got these little like metal rails on them. And some of them are so small, you probably need a microscope to see. But Taiwan Semiconductor are the ones that kind of making these things happen. And when you hear about NVIDIA chips or Tesla self-driving cars or all of this.
Tesla. Garbage.
No.
Semi is behind 60 to 90% of this stuff. So they absolutely are pulling in money hand over fist, and the world actually needs them in order to operate the way that they operate. If you're watching this on a phone, or if you're recording stuff on the camera, or looking at an iPad or stuff, tablet, it very well could have some components in it from Taiwan Semi. You would have never known. You may have never even heard about this company. I would say that this is probably one of the most unknown companies to the average everyday person. You go ask your mom, your granddad, your son, your daughter, your cousin, if they ever heard of Taiwan Semi, they probably gonna say no. Some people have heard of it. You might be surprised. But some people who are interacting with this probably every single day have never heard of it. So they're kind of like unseen fact. They are, and they are now working with AI and trying to be innovative and keep pushing towards the future. Now, I'm not saying just go load up on this one like a crash test dummy and don't think about it. You got to think about when is a good time to get in. We already seen them come down to the 130s. So if you see it down there, you say, okay, I got in on the 130s. I put my stop loss on the 120s. Just
Ultra One, activity is increasing near your location. Stay alert.
Sniper! Move it. Hey, firm.
Ultra One, be advised, an operator in your area needs medical.
Moving. Sniper here.
Let me know if that works out.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was really
No, you're
concerned
good.
about-
I thought it was new marks, but they hadn't healed,
No,
man.
they just haven't healed. She's in
Mhm.
pain. She's been struggling for a while.
Yeah, she just been quiet back there.